What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Man, it has been a minute since I've uploaded a video, but today what I wanted to talk about is how you can make multiple offers on properties that you're prospecting in your business. So I hosted a webinar a couple days ago. This is the replay to that webinar where my buddy House Buying Brian and Blue Notes Brandon showcased their new product called Any Deal, which is gonna help you guys out with making multiple offers. You can also electronically sign documents using this platform. So guys, I'll see y'all after this intro and I'll catch y'all on the webinar.
We hit our first six-figure month in February of 2020, and we hit our first six-figure week in July of 2020, which I documented and receipted every single thing on YouTube. So that's a little bit about me, and I just want to kind of share with you guys something that we created, because as far as making offers to homeowners, I see a lot of people that are worried about being master negotiators and master closers. But what I found early on back in 2014 is that if you can structure a deal or present more than one offer, you can kind of let the multiple offers do the negotiation for you, and it works like magic. Because what happens is a lot of sellers forget that they have a third or a fourth option, which is telling you no, right? It kind of plays tricks on their mind. So what we did is we created an app called Any Deal. It's on iOS and Android, and it's kind of like the secret sauce we got in our back pocket. We pull it out, we analyze a deal, we send it over to a homeowner, and now you also can electronically sign documents with Any Deal as well. So that's a little bit about me. Again, thank you for having me, Q. You guys are in good hands with Quentin for sure.
For sure, man. You know, I've known Brian for a minute. He actually spoke at my Ground Zero event back in February, and he lit it up. He brought the fire on really just taking your portfolio serious, you know. And, Brandon was like Brian, you were like a full-time teacher at one point, right?
Man, I'm be honest, I didn't have the rags to riches story and sleeping in my car. I actually, my folks are Nigerian, so that from African background, they really were big on education. So I was the sucker that actually went and got a 4-year degree, right? I got a college degree, and I was like, ooh, I'm gonna do good because I'm educated. I majored in biology, minored in chemistry. I came out of college, and I was a high school science teacher for 4 years. I was a high school science teacher. I was stressed the fuck out. I was making like $43,000 a year. And then I got in the oil and gas field, working for ExxonMobil. Usually made about $105,000 to $120,000 a year. I mean, that's kind of my background. So I was a school teacher, then 6-figure job with a Fortune 3 company. And then I turned that annual income to the monthly income by stepping out on faith, man, and getting into real estate.
That's what's up, man. I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to be here. Brandon is like legit, man. I'm telling you, this guy is huge. I've been following him on social media since he started really promoting what his journey was. And then just seeing him go from like legit zero to, driving at a Tesla and closing left to right deals. Brandon, bro, do you mind introducing yourself to everybody? Give these people a little bit of your background and a little bit about what you're doing.
Appreciate you, Q. Definitely appreciate you having me on this Saturday. Wouldn't be doing anything else but, working on the weekend. So appreciate you having us for sure. Guys, my name is Brandon Narain. Across social media platforms is Blue Notes Brandon. Started off wholesaling 2017, shortly before I became a realtor. I was a realtor, ended up getting fired after my first prospect. They didn't want to buy a house, so I was kind of, stuck on square one again. I was like, I got my real estate license. What do I do now? Came across wholesaling and started to figure out a little bit more about it. So hit my first 6-figure month in January of 2019. Shooting for that 6-figure week like Brian and them. It's just blessed, man. Being blessed. I went from $26,000 a year to a 6-figure investor. Obviously, just like Brian just said, we created an app that helps people shoot more offers, right, and actually be more productive. Because a lot of the times, people spend a lot of rapport building. They spend a lot of time on, pulling the list, skip tracing, driving for dollars, doing all this great stuff. but they never actually shoot their shot, right? I mean, you could be in the gym, you know, working on your dribble, you know, working on your form, but if you never actually shoot that basketball, it never has a chance to go in. So, you know, we wanted to prioritize on that. We wanted to help people actually get in the game versus watching from the sidelines. Also own a couple other real estate tech companies, and just blessed to be here. Q, appreciate it again. Love the introduction, and I love your crowd. I already see, I think Tayani said, Brandon doesn't know it yet, but I'll be working with him in the future. So I would love it. I love to work in JV with anybody. I mean, it's fantastic. I love when people make money, so.
I had to rock the blue tank, bro, for Blue Notes.
There you go.
There you go. Put it on. Yeah, man. So guys, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna break down some stuff. I actually have a property that me and my partner just bought, and I would love the opportunity to kind of get an idea of how this. So we bought it seller finance. So you know, we just bought a free house, and I kind of want to tell y'all how it's free here in a little bit. But basically, it's a fully paid off property, and it's insane to think about this, but this lady, she had a tenant in the property that was paying like about $950 a month, which is great. And I bought this property seller finance for 115 grand at 7 grand down. All I did was zero out her taxes. And now my note with this seller is 108 grand. And so I have to pay this lady $540 a month until it's paid off. So I believe it's an 18-year note. But I kind of want to see what other avenues I could have taken. My goal is to pay this house off in 5 years. And it's an interesting strategy because what I'm going to do is I'm going to force equity into the property. I got the ARV of this property at 154. So it does need work. I'd say probably about $20,000 in rehab, but I don't plan on fixing this house up at all until I got a refi. So it's kind of tight because I'm at 108 and she, you know, the value of the property is at 154. Right? So I'm paying this thing down over the next couple of months. And yeah, I mean, it's an interesting deal. I'd love to kind of bounce this one off of your brain, Brian. And also if we can showcase both of y'all's app at the same time. So do you mind if we just pull it up and then do like a quick overview of everything? And then let's do an actual case study on one of the houses that I'm working on currently.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah, all right, so let me go ahead and share my screen. Give me 1 second, Q.
Okay. What's up, bro?
I was gonna say, man, let me see, something just got on my screen. I was about to say, Alberto, man, his background is lit. He looked like a YouTube superstar, man. You making videos over there, Alberto? Hey, that's a set right there, bro.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm doing some videos. Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's nice, man.
And I started also gaming, so it's fun.
Okay. Yeah, that's a nice background. That's a perfect like kind of YouTube set, podcast set.
Thank you. I'll send you a picture of how everything looks, kind of like crazy, but it works.
Yeah, it looks actually really good. It looks really good.
It looks damn good.
All right, guys. So, Q, I'm gonna go ahead and dive into it. Give them a little bit of brief overview of what we offer, what we do. Is that all right with you?
Go ahead, bro. Take the lead.
All right, perfect. All right, guys. So once again, guys, if you want to go ahead and drop a number 1 really quick in the chat, just want to make sure that you all can see my screen. Do you guys all see the app currently on your screen? If you do, please drop a number 1. Obviously, it's a great crowd. Q always brings the people out. So there's 52 people in here. I want to be able to get as closest to that number to make sure that everybody gets this value. My favorite thing is everybody should get this smoke. So we want to make sure everybody goes home or, you know, goes out there and makes at least one offer today. So let's get a couple ones in here, make sure that everybody's here, everybody understands, everybody can see. All right, cool. So, all right, guys. So the app is called Any Deal. All right, Q will also, obviously, if you guys are interested towards the end, he'll be sharing you on how you can obviously get the application. But we actually have a lot of features, okay? Now, at the bottom here, you can see we're at what's called Analyze My Deal. Now, Analyze My Deal is for more of people that are kind of wanting to find out where their deal should be, right? You don't know whether it's a subject to deal. You don't know whether it's an owner finance deal. You don't know whether it can be a lease option deal. The cool thing about Analyze My Deal, guys, is that all you need to do is answer a couple of questions and it's going to go ahead and point you in the direction that you need to be. All right. So we'll get into that here in a little bit later. But all you have to do, guys, once you open up the application, is you can go ahead and come up to the right-hand side, and you're just gonna go ahead and put in a picture of your company and put in your name. Now, make sure you guys don't copy this. That is my real phone number, so don't call me, please. I'm playing, guys. I'm playing. But the real reason is that you want to have your company logo and your company name, or your name with your phone number, guys, because what's going to happen is once you're creating these offers straight from your phone, you can actually text, email, you can WhatsApp, whatever you want to do, as long as your phone allows it, you can send it directly to the homeowner. So we'll get into that here in a little bit. So scrolling on the bottom, guys, we have a bunch of analyzers: mortgage, rental, wholesale, okay, owner finance, subject to, lease option, and analyze my deal. All right. Also, guys, the cool thing is if you go to the left-hand side, you can also get offers that you've made from before. So we usually have a meeting it's private group coaching call. So a lot of the times we do have some offers that we make, but you can actually access your offers that you've made. So for instance, this was an offer that I made, before, that we were just showing somebody else, and you can access all your offers in your offer tab. All right. So that's also pretty cool. I'm going to go back to home. So let's go ahead and go into analyze my deal. First thing you would want to go ahead and do is just type in any property that you're going to want to underwrite. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and put here a basic address. This is actually a property that I lived in growing up in high school. It was actually a condo. So I'm just gonna go ahead and search it here. And based on our information in our database, sometimes we do have pictures, sometimes we don't. Most of the time we do. But the cool thing is you can click on view more, and it's actually going to give you quick details about the property, like the ARV, the rent, the square footage, bedrooms and baths, the type of property, and a small description. Now, what you want to go ahead and do is put in the owner's name. So in this example, we're going to go ahead and put in Quentin's name. Now, let's just say that let's say this property's ARV is worth $200,000. Okay, it rents for $1,500. All right, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and click confirm. Now, next thing we're gonna do is ask ourselves, right? Maybe this is a lead that you got from your cold caller. Maybe this is a lead that came into your CRM. Either way, you want to go ahead and answer these simple questions. Does this property have a mortgage? The answer is yes. They have a mortgage of $125,000. All right. Next, what is the total monthly payment? Now, obviously, when qualifying your leads, guys, you want to make sure that if they have a mortgage, you're getting that monthly payment. If not, you want to go back and let them know why, unless you're going to be able to satisfy that. But if you don't know, obviously you can move on. But in this case, we're just going to go ahead and say that the monthly payment is going to be $950. All right. Are they behind on payments? Yep, they're behind $5,000. Does it need repairs? Of course, right? So $5,000. And we never want to negotiate with ourselves, right? So cash the seller, we're going to go ahead and leave at 0 for now. But this is where you would go ahead and put how much money you would want to give cash in their pocket. Kind of the way Quentin was talking about, that he had to put $7,000 down, I believe, on that seller finance deal. So in this case, we're going to go ahead and click none. And guys, as you can see here, any deal in Analyze My Deal has now said that this is only possible for a subject to or a lease option. So I'm going to go ahead and go into subject to, and in all the analyze,
real quick, Brandon. So I just want to point out, guys, if there was more equity in that property, wholesale would have also been an option. But what Any Deal did for you, it eliminated wholesale, because based on everything that he put in, there was not enough equity for it to make sense as a wholesale deal. So Any Deal subtracted that from the option to make it easier for you. And personally, I'm gonna be honest, I would always mostly pick subject to over a lease option, because ownership is king. But if the seller is not willing to let you have title, well, lease option is next best.
There you go. So guys, now we are in what's called the subject to analyzer. You can see at the top left-hand corner under the time there, it says subject to. So what's going on here, guys, is that at the bottom, I don't know if you can see, but it says hold, lease, wrap, and assign, all down here. Now, what that is, guys, is going to be your disposition strategy. Okay. Now, for those that don't know what a disposition is, it's basically how you dispose of this property, right? What is your exit strategy? How will you now make money or profit off this deal, right? What is a strategy that's going to help you put money in your pocket? Now, the acquisition strategy is obviously the subject to. So for those of you that don't know what acquisitions is how you acquire the property. What type of strategy are you using to go ahead and take control or own this property, right? So in this case, it's going to be a subject to, which is we're in subject to, and we're going to try to find out what we want to do as far as the disposition strategy, right? So moving on, guys, you can go ahead and hold on to this property. So what does that mean? You will take the property over subject to, and you would hold on to the property. Maybe you would put a tenant in place and you would rent it out, right? The second thing you could do is you can lease option the property, right? So you can take it over subject to, and you can sell it on what's called a lease option or rent to own, which traditionally just means, guys, that you would give them an option period of 2 years, maybe a year, 3 years, whatever you want. And then they can exercise that option and say, hey, I want to buy. So basically, you're just giving them kind of like a promise saying, hey, I will sell you this property in 2 years at $200,000. But until then, you have to pay me rent, right? So that's what a lease option is. So we would be buying this subject to and then selling it on what's called a lease option. A wrap. Now, this is one of my favorite ones. I know this is one of Brian's favorite ones as well. What this is a subject to, right, that you would sell on what we call a wrap. What we're initially doing is we're taking over the mortgage. That's what subject to is, guys. We're basically taking over those payments, excuse me. So we're taking over those payments and we're actually making a new mortgage, right, on top of the first mortgage. So we're gonna wrap it around. So this analyzer would go ahead and show you how to go ahead and do that and how to analyze your profits and things of that nature. And the last one, right, which is subject to assign. So you would go ahead and take over the property subject to, and then you would assign it over, obviously, as you find a buyer, right? So the strategy was to go ahead and use the subject to, and then you would find a buyer to close on it, and you would assign that subject to them. So my favorite one is wrap, which I like to go ahead and talk about most of the time. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys an example of this one before we move on. All right. So as you guys can see, everything has already been inputted here from the questions that we asked. The ARV is 200,000. The existing loan balance is 125. The rental rate. Now the rental rate we never put in, but the rental rate is actually using an algorithm from any deal stating that this is the potential rental rate in that area. Now the amount past due, remember she was past due $5,000, and the down payment. Remember we said that we never negotiate with ourselves, so we don't want to go ahead and tell her, hey, we can put money in your pocket unless we truly have to. But before we do that, we have to find out why they're actually selling, right? What hurts you? That's my why, right? What hurts you? So you want to find out why they're looking to go ahead and sell. How did they get to this point? How did they get, to $5,000 behind? So you want to go ahead and make sure you understand all that before you actually tell them, hey, this is how much I can give you in your pocket. Now, years remaining, guys. So what we're going to be doing is, remember, we're going to be taking over a property, right? We're going to be taking over the property. We're going to be taking over the ownership. We're going to have them sign over the deed to us. So what that means is we're going to go ahead and assume that in this case, there's only 15 years left in the mortgage, okay? So she's owned the property for 15 years. She had a 30-year note, right? A 30-year mortgage. So there's only 15 years left, all right? And you just want to go ahead and put in 15 here. Now, guys, I know this might be a lot, but I'm going to get into the meat and bones of this here in a second, okay? So 15 years, remember, we said that the PITI was $950. The repairs is $5,000. And as you can see, any deal already went in there and put in the closing costs for you. Now, you can change that as well and manipulate it as you want. So as you guys can see here, guys, on the right-hand side, the purchase price, okay, is $125,000. That's the mortgage that we'll be taking over. Now, in equity, she does have some equity, right? Because we said the ARV was 200 grand. So she does have some equity there, okay? The cash invested was 14,000. All right, so where are we getting this number from, right? This cash invested number, right? Well, the cash invested number is going to be what we call our total acquisition cost. Our total acquisition cost is essentially how much money is it going to take for us to go ahead and get this deal done. So with that being said, we have to pay the $5,000 out of pocket. Okay. We're going to have to go ahead and pay the closing cost, okay, which is $4,000. And we're going to have to go ahead and pay the repairs, which is $5,000. Okay. Now, the monthly payment would be $950. That's what she said that she owes every month to the Bank of America mortgage. And guys, you can see the cash flow would be $550. Okay. That's if we were to go ahead and get a mortgage note or a rental of $1,500, right? Because that's what Andy was saying. But what we're gonna do, guys, is we're gonna go ahead and click on this tab here, and we're gonna go ahead and sell this on what we call a rack. All right. So for instance, guys, remember we're getting the property at over 125. What we want to go ahead and do is now find a traditional buyer, right? We're gonna maybe sell this on for sale by owner on Craigslist, Facebook, whatever the case can be, and we're actually gonna sell this property for $200,000. All right. Now we're looking for a 10% down payment, so we're gonna collect $22,000, and we have to, right? Because guys, we spent $14,000 over here to acquire this property, so we have to make some profit, right? So 10% would be $22,000. We're gonna do an interest rate of maybe 8%. We're gonna do a 30-year mortgage. So remember, we're taking over a 15-year mortgage because she only had 15 years left.
But real quick,
and now we're gonna create a. Go ahead, Brian.
Yeah, because right now it seems like a lot of money coming out of your pocket. At this point, how much money are you out of your pocket?
So once we actually find a buyer, we would be out of our pocket $0. But until we find a buyer, it'll be $14,000.
So let me ask you this: so you'll actually be in the green and you'll actually be profiting. In this business, can't you line up your buyer on the back end just like a wholesale before you execute on the front end?
100%. So before you actually close on this property, in the meantime, you could be finding yourself a buyer the same way you would in a wholesale deal, just by advertising the way I told you. So yes, traditionally you can have the money right there like a domino effect back to back and actually not even have to come out of pocket. All right. So with that being said, appreciate you, Brian. We're actually going to move on into the taxes. Now, obviously you put in the taxes on this deal, the insurance, and all this other cool stuff, guys. But what I wanted to highlight here was the fact that you will now be cash flowing $356 a month. You would make $4,273 a year. All right. And after everything is said and done, guys, right after the 30 years has been gone and you've owned this property where you're not responsible for cleaning anything, you're not responsible for the maintenance, the taxes, anything like that, you would be making a whopping $299,000, 196 and 34 cents, guys. So this is the reason why you want to go ahead and broaden your horizons. You want to go ahead and get more tools in your tool belt. You want to get more guns in your arsenal, because you want to be able to maximize on the different types of opportunities that come your way. They say in life, the most expensive thing is a missed opportunity. Okay. So I'm happy that you guys are here on this Saturday evening with us. And I just want to go over this, but obviously what people are going to be using the most is going to be our traditional wholesale analyzer.
Hey, right? Brandon.
Yeah.
Do you mind going back? I want to see what does it look like when you make an offer?
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry about that. So you know what? I should have did that. All right, so let me go ahead and do that really quick. So guys, let's just say for instance, guys, that we wanted to go ahead and make an offer on this, okay? So what we're going to go ahead and do is, let me go ahead and put these, I'm going to fill these in really quick. So let's say we have an existing loan balance here on this property, and it's $7,000, okay, with a PITI. I'm just going to go ahead and put some numbers in here really quick. So bear with me, guys, really quick on this. And let's just say I wanted to exercise every single option, right? I want to find out what's going on, what's better for me, right? What's going to work out? What strategy should I use, okay, on this particular deal, or maybe across multiple deals? Let's just say you were to go ahead and fill these all out. What you could actually do, right, is you can go ahead and compare all of your offers, guys, in one place. So the way that you would do that is you would click right here on this paper airplane at the bottom. And once you do that, you can actually see, right, at the top, you can see your offer and what you're going to be giving the homeowner, all right? And at the bottom, you would see what would be for you, right? So in this case, it would be a $980 monthly payment. Your cash invest would be $11,000. Cash flow would be $520, and your cash on cash return would be $54. On this one, you know, your down payment profit on a lease option would be $5,824. Your monthly cash flow would be $1,500, and your back end profit would be $184,000. Okay. And then on offer 3 on the wrap, you know, you would take over the balance. Now, obviously, guys, I did put in a bunch of different numbers, so excuse me, it's just for the sake of this example. But you can see the down payment profit would be $17,000. The monthly cash flow would be $1,400, and the total cash flow would be $500,000. So you can compare all your offers, guys. You can choose which ones you like, and once you do so, you can click send at the bottom. Now, once you do that, you can generate this PDF, or what we call an LOI, right? A letter of intent. And a letter of intent, guys, is basically just kind of like a promise on paper to do some business. So as you can see here, guys, we're actually generating these offers. Now, if you do see some zeros in there, that's just because we didn't input anything in there, right? But as you can see here, we have all of our offers in here. And traditionally, what we do is we go ahead and send this right over to the homeowner. And I'm gonna let Brian explain to you guys a little bit really quick on how the psychology of this works. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna send this to Brian right now. So you can see it's right there. So Brian, you wanna go ahead and explain on how you were able to go ahead and get so many properties using the multiple offer strategy?
Yeah, absolutely. So what happens, and this is funny. So, I mean, take for example, if you're a vegan, right? You was a vegan and you went to Whataburger, right? I don't know if you guys are all in Texas, but Whataburger is a staple, for fast food, right? So if you guys are vegan and you guys go to Whataburger, what do you think you would get off the menu? Probably not much, right? And that's the psychology behind working with these sellers, is because when you're just offering cash, you're playing tug of war with price. And if you need to be at this price and they need to be at that price, and even with negotiating, sometimes a seller is not because they're not motivated. And a lot of investors make that mistake and to say that a homeowner is not motivated because they won't sell their property at pennies on the dollar. But that's not always necessarily true, right? If a seller owes $70,000 on their property and you need to be at 50K, well, it's not because that seller's not motivated. It's because they can't sell it at 50K because they don't have $20,000 to bridge the difference at the closing table, right? Does that make sense, everybody? Drop a 1 if you guys caught that. So I'm gonna run that back. If you're negotiating with the seller, so Mr. Seller, we really need to be around $40,000 to $50,000 for this property, and the seller says, no, I need $70,000, right? Is it fair to say that seller is not motivated when their mortgage balance is 70K? They would have to come to the table with 20 grand, and maybe they don't have that. So you have to have something that works for them as well. So what this does is when you present multiple offers, it gives the seller a chance to work with you. And how that works is now, instead of really being a tough negotiator, you can assume the close. Mr. Seller, I'm sending you over a few offers, and, just tell me which one works for you, right? Or, Mr. Seller, I'm about to shoot you over a couple offers. Just tell me which one is a better fit for you, right? And now it's kind of like, hey, I have options for you and you get to choose. And on the other side, you guys as the investors, every single offer is going to work for you, right? But the seller gets to pick one. And I'm telling you, it works like magic. A lot of times after the seller gets that offer, they call you back. Yeah, I was talking with my wife and, we really like offer 2, but we were wondering, hey, I think we're really going to go with offer 3. And I'm telling you, it is easy. It is really easy. And that's how, I kind of pick up deals left and right. But this is what I want to do, because I know we didn't really gauge the room to see where people are at. If you guys have closed your first deal, if you guys are trying to get up to 5 deals a month, 8 to 10 deals a month. I'm not sure. So what I want to do, because I don't want to, be too high level, I want to take it back, show you guys how any deal can help somebody that is just beginning, right? That is just starting, right? Trying to do wholesaling and building capital. So Brandon, can you spin back around and go to the wholesale analyzer, just a simple wholesale analyzer, and how you can use this to break down a wholesale deal and make an offer to a seller, and also see if this is a good deal for a cash buyer that's looking to fix and flip, or a cash buyer that's looking to buy and hold.
Yeah, for sure, guys. So this is obviously what our team does. What we do is everybody in our company has the NDeal app. All right. Now, whether you're starting off with 0 deals or you're doing 4 deals, at the end of the day, you can still use the app. And the whole goal is to offer, right? So in this case, guys, what we're going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and go to the wholesale analyzer, and I'm going to click search. Now, obviously you can see you can skip the property, so you don't always have to type in the property. But let's just say that I'm going to go ahead and offer, Mr. Myself, right? Brandon. Okay. And what I'm going to go ahead and do is the same thing that I did before. I'm just going to confirm the ARV and confirm the rent. So in this case, I do want a little bit more of a stable number. So I'm going to put 200,000 here, and I'm going to click confirm. Now, guys, this is what we call our fix and flip wholesale analyzer. Now, this is traditionally what a lot of wholesalers use, okay? Because their end buyer is most of the time looking to go ahead and fix and flip the property. Now, if you are in more of a rental market, you can also analyze the wholesale deal based on buy and hold, which will now be on what's called a cap rate. So most of the time when it comes down, guys, when you're wholesaling properties, your end buyer usually wants to either fix and flip it, or they want to buy and hold on to it. Now, most of the time they're looking at percentage of ARVs, or they're looking at what's called a cap rate. So let's go ahead and start off with fix and flip. So my ARV is 200,000. Let's just say that repairs are $25,000, right? Everybody's heard of this 70% rule. But what you can do is you can toggle through the percentage, all right? So in my market, I know that I can go up to as high as 78%. Now, I'll get into that a little bit later on, but I want you guys to really dial in with your buyers and ask them, hey, what do you guys want to make gross ROI, return on investment, on your flips, okay? Is it 10%? Is it 12%? Is it 15%? Is it 20%? But this is actually going to help you beat your competitors and find out where your people are at. So gross ROI. Hey, Mr. Buyer, right? Hey, Mr. Investor. Hey, Mr. Cash Buyer. What are you looking to make gross ROI on your flips? All right. Now, with that being said, I know that my people are looking to make a minimum of 12%, right? So I'm going to put 78%, and I'll get into where the other 10% comes from. All right. Now, the best thing ever, right, guys? Assignment fee. We want to go ahead and make $15,000 on this deal, right? So I'm going to put that in. As you can see, guys, the app already told you, hey, your max offer is going to be 116. If you go above 116, you're not going to make your 15 grand. Okay. Now, as you can see, the cash buyer's price, you don't even have to worry about knowing what you need to sell it for, guys. It's already telling you that you need to sell this for 131. Now, yes, I am a 6-figure investor and I'm doing pretty well for myself, but I graduated with a 2.1 GPA and math was horrible for me. This is why we made this app, because I can't do math. The only thing I can do is count money. That's why we ended up, making the app, because math is hard for me. So this makes it so easy, guys. You don't even have to be the expert. You can let the app be the expert, okay? You could say something like this. Well, hey, Brian, I have a property to fix and flip in DFW, right? And what we're looking to go ahead and get for the property is going to be $131,000, with closing costs included. And this actually a phenomenal deal. You actually be making $24,000 on this flip. Here are the comps, right? So automatically, even if you're in the mall, even if you're at the Galleria, even if you're at the Virgin Hotel in Dallas, wherever you're at in the world, guys, you can literally have these numbers and shoot off the hip, okay? So that's that. Now, I do want to go into buy and hold. If you're looking at a property that's more of a rental property, okay, there's a tenant in place, or maybe it's more of a rental market, right?
Hey, Brandon?
Yeah.
You mind go back to fix and flip? While we're still in fix and flip, so boom. So you pulled this out of your pocket, you're looking at a potential deal, you have a motivated seller, and you ran these numbers, and you know exactly where you need to be. You mind shooting that seller offer really quick? We need to lock this deal.
I'm about to shoot it right to you. Hold on really quick. all I would do is I can mark it up, just make sure that we're good. So look, it says here today's date, my name, right? It also says the property address, and the offer automatically has our template that is used for high conversion. It has my name and phone number where they can call me. And I'm just gonna go ahead and hit done. And I can save it on my computer. I can save it wherever I want, or I can send it, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and send it to Brian or whoever. Yeah, I'll send it to you, Brian. So
yeah,
just send it to him.
I'm motivated, man. I gotta get rid of this.
Go ahead and get it.
I gotta sell this property fast. All right.
There you go, guys. So now he will get what's called a letter of intent, and he could go ahead and sign it back to you. But a lot of the times, have you ever heard a seller maybe tell you, "Hey, Brian, just send me something in writing. Send me something in writing." Well, perfect. Are you by your phone?
Okay. Yeah, check this out. So look, I got Brandon's offer. It came right here, and it came in a PDF. So look, you guys see this PDF? So he could have emailed me this as well. This is his offer. It's in writing. And look what I see. I also see that his offer is going to expire in 48 hours. So scarcity, it actually allows me to move. Because one of the worst things with sellers is getting stuck in the friend zone, right? Oh, send it over. And once they get your offer, right, you don't hear from them because they're shopping your offer and seeing if they can get more, right? So I got his offer. And if he wanted to take it a step further, I don't know if we got time for that today. He could actually send over the contract and e-sign it directly from any deal.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna show them that here in a second really quick. So, all right guys, so now we're gonna be analyzing a buy and hold property. Now, a lot of people, they actually don't capitalize on what's called a buy and hold, right? Wholesaling rental properties or potential rental properties. So the way you do that, guys, is going to be using a cap rate. Okay. Now, traditionally, I would say rule of thumb is most people want to get a 10% cap rate. So let's just say, in this case, the ARV, or I'm sorry, the ARV is 200 grand, right? But we're trying to find out what we need to sell it for. So the homeowner's asking $175,000. It needs $2,500 in repairs. We want to make $5,000, and the potential rent rate is actually $1,500, right? But it's actually being rented for $1,200 right now, right? So there's two things, guys. There's what's called the cap rate, which is the capitalization rate, and the second thing is called the 1% rule. Now the 1% rule, as you can see, is right here. Now usually this needs to be at a 1. So a lot of the times, guys, if that's not at a 1%, or the cap rate isn't at your minimum of 10 maybe, or whatever your buyer wants it to be, it's most likely not going to be a good deal for them. Now, obviously, we have property management, taxes, HOA, and insurance. But just looking at this particular deal right now, either we would have to do two things: come down in the purchase price, or go up in the rent, or also take away our assignment fee. So as you can see here, if I take it away, the cap rate will go up, but then we wouldn't make any money. So I wouldn't want to do that, right? So maybe it would be that those tenants need to be kicked out, or if it's month to month or whatever needs to happen. Let's just say that their lease was going to expire in a month, and you could fix up the property and it would rent for $1,700, right? Well, boom, there you guys see. Now you're at a 10% cap rate, and you're almost at a 1% rule, okay? So this is how you would go ahead and analyze that, and this would go ahead and help you as well. So you can go ahead and sell your cash buyer on, hey, Mr. Cash Buyer, you'll be actually making about a 10.94% cap rate. You'll be making an annual cash flow of $20,400 a year and a monthly cash flow of $1,700. Here are the comps. Check this property out. Now, obviously, before you do that, once again, you can click on that little paper airplane at the bottom, and you can go ahead and send an offer. Once again, you can send it to whoever you'd like. You can email, Skype, send it to your Tesla. I guess I could send it to my Tesla. I don't know how I can do that, but whatever you want to do, as you can see, here's the offer. You can send it right to them. Brian, anything else you want me to touch on that before I go really quick into the web?
No, I think, because, you got the other analyzers. Show them where they can find video tutorials, and then I think we should go to e-signing documents really quick.
Okay, perfect. So guys, as you can see, that you can actually find video tutorials. So you don't need myself or Brian or anybody to show you. We do run a coaching call if you are an elite member every Tuesday. But if you're wondering like, hey, there's so much information. I love the app, but I'm not sure that I'm going to be well versed in it. Well, we actually have video tutorials on every single part of the application. So you can definitely check these out as well. And I think it's phenomenal that we're able to go ahead and show people how to use these types of things here. So they're actually very, very easy. So with that being said, I do want to show you the last thing, right? If you're not sold on how this is going to help you make more money, not just in 2021, but even in the future, I do want to go ahead and show you really quickly, guys, how we're able to go ahead and create.
Hold on to your seats for this one. Here, this is the cherry on top for sure.
All right. Yep. Let's do it. Okay. So guys, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and show you guys really quick. Drop a number 1, guys, if you can see my screen with this little blue, or I guess these green trees here. Can you guys see this? Drop a number 1 if you guys can see this. Just want to make sure that everybody can see my screen. All right, cool. All right, bet. Guys, drop a number 2 if we are providing value. I like to make sure that everybody's getting some type of education. I want to make sure that you guys are getting everything that you need to make thousands of dollars each and every month. Make sure that you're dropping a number 2 if you're getting some value. Drop a number 3 if we're trash and we need to do this again. And I hope that you don't do that. But drop a number 2.
We will not get offended. Hey, be a straight shooter.
There you go.
This change the game for us, and we want to change the game for y'all as well. So
yeah. So we're getting number 2. All right, we're getting a lot of 2s. Okay, cool. All right, guys. So I don't know if you've heard of these other companies, but I'm not even going to mention their names because it doesn't even matter. If you guys are on the app, you can obviously use it to make offers. You can use it to compare offers. You can use it to analyze your deals, and obviously, do everything that the app allows you to do and be an expert, from there. Another cool thing, guys, is that you can actually e-sign documents. Now, if you're closing deals or you want to close deals, you're going to want to have a platform to where you can electronically sign your documents. All right, guys. So with that being said,
especially during COVID, guys.
Especially during COVID, right, guys? So I'm going to go ahead and put in here Quentin's house. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and put Q's house.
I own so much real estate with you guys. This is amazing.
There you go. So I'm going to click next. I'm just going to put a quick picture. I don't have a picture of Q, but I'll put a picture of this random house here that I have on my desktop. And this is going to be, I guess, the property's address, right? Q's house. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to click on this really quickly. I'm going to go to, let's just say, a regular contract that I have here. Maybe something like a release and cancellation. I hate these, but let's go ahead and do that. So next thing I'll do is just like any other e-signing platform, guys, I would go ahead and click next. I'd put, let's just say I'd put Brian's name here. He has to sign, right? And I'm going to put, let me see. I'll just put a random name here. Oh. Right. And then I'm going to put mine as well.
Just send the Q.
Yeah, we should send it to Q.
Let's do it. It's you need my email address?
Yeah, what's your email address, bro?
It's Quentin, spelled the way that it's usually spelled, Quentin, buyshouses@gmail.com. Plural.
Like that?
Yes, sir.
All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and do. Oh. All right, perfect. All right, guys. As you can see here, we all need a sign. All right.
Take me off. I'm not selling. I'm not interested.
Oh, well, I already hit next. All right, guys. Anyways, all right, guys. So what you can do is obviously add your text here. Very, very cool stuff. So let's just say I'm gonna put buyer and seller need to release each other from Blue Notes Inc. My company, right? Whatever. We're gonna click check. I'm gonna drag that right here. I need $100 back, right? That was my EMD, so I need to get my $100 back, and I want to make sure we're gonna put today's date, right? Today's the 30th. Wow, okay. All right. So you can do as many texts as you want. You can put date right here. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add these signatures, okay? So I want my money back, so I'm gonna put myself here. And then Q, I was selling, Q was a seller, so he has to sign right here. Right here. And guys, what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna go ahead and attach an audio. All right. Now this is the game changer.
Whoa, wait up. I want you to slow down. You're going too fast, Brandon.
Okay.
Where else can you attach an audio? What? Because I know there's a lot of other e-signing platforms. I'm not gonna name any of them, but I know about 5 or 6. Which one of them can you attach an audio file?
None.
Guys, let me tell y'all why that's so freaking crucial. What do you always like? What are some of the rebuttals that you guys have gotten when it comes to actually like signing an agreement? I don't know what this is, and I don't know what this means, and what is this about? Rather than them calling you and questioning it with you, you can attach an audio file that'll literally explain the process of what this is, XYZ. For example, an option period, right? What if they're like, well, what is an option period? Even though it may say it in writing, you can add an audio file and say, well, an option period is for me to exercise my option to buy this property. Reason why is because we want to be able to do our due diligence and we want to be comfortable with our purchase with your property. So if you can go ahead and sign on the dotted line, this is what the option period is. And then boom, it's self-explanatory. It's so insane. And that way, you know, you can walk your seller through verbally on certain points in the contract. That's just fire. But Ryan, how have you used it before?
Brian, you there? I can go.
Yeah, great question, Q. Had to get to that mute button. So how I use it, especially when I'm picking up a property subject to, and you know, we're giving them cash at closing and taking on the mortgage payments, I would highlight that section, right? And I would say, hey, Mr. Seller, so basically, we're actually going to be taking over on your mortgage payments as agreed here and making payments directly to Wells Fargo and giving you cash at closing. And as promised, we'll be taking care of all closing costs. So if you can just initial this agreement so we can get this over to the title company and go ahead and get this process started and get this behind you, right? So it's because when people receive a contract, all of a sudden it's like dun dun dun, right? They just it's anxiety for a lot of people. So hearing my voice again, hearing that confirmation, hearing me paraphrase what is in black and white for them to just feel a little bit more comfortable gets them to sign that document a lot quicker and get it back to me. So that's how I use it. I just kind of focus on, like 1 or 2 like key pieces, just to make them feel a little bit more confident.
Boom. So guys, I'm gonna go ahead and do exactly what Q literally took the words out of my mouth. A lot of the times people are like, the whole goal, right, guys, is to lock them up while you're on the phone. But let's just say the seller is, they're waiting for their spouse, or maybe they're just not in front of a computer right now, or maybe whatever. You want to be able to make things so easy that they don't have to question what you're doing, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and do exactly that. I'm gonna go and click on Add Audio. I'm gonna go ahead and drag this right here, and I'm gonna go ahead and open this up. All right, so I'm gonna click Record. Hey Quentin, how's it going? I don't know if you do remember, but I did put down $100 down payment on this particular deal. Due to that, we're not able to go ahead and get this across the finish line. I just want to go ahead and send you this release and cancellation just so that you can move forward if you wish, as well as it's going to go ahead and disperse this money back to me. Please go ahead and sign at the bottom. All right, so I'll go ahead and click. Hey Quentin, how's it going? I don't know if you do remember, but I did put down $100 down payment on this particular deal. Due to that, we're not able to go ahead and get this across the finish line. I just want to go ahead and send you this release and cancellation just so that you can move forward if you wish, as well as it's going to go ahead and disperse this money back to me. Please go ahead and sign at the bottom. Now guys, drop a number 1 if you don't. Drop a number 1 if you think this will actually work, because I'll tell you right now, it's gonna work. But if you guys think this is fire, drop a number 1, please, right now. Perfect. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna click confirm. I'm gonna save this audio, right? I'm gonna click save. All right. Now, once I click save, I'm gonna scroll down here and I can see, look, audio still there. Hey Quentin, how's it going? I don't know if you do remember, but I did put down $100 down payment on this particular deal. Due to that, we're not able to go ahead and get this across the finish line. I just want to go ahead and send you this release and cancellation just so that you can move forward if you wish, as well as it's going to go ahead and disperse this money back to me. Please go ahead and sign at the bottom. There you go. I'm going to click share. Boom. It's going to go ahead and send it to Quentin. Let's go ahead and send it to myself. I hope that I did it. I hope I put my email address. I was typing so fast that I don't even know if I did or not. But Q, you should be getting in yours. I believe I typed yours pretty well.
I'm actually checking right now to see when the email's coming in. I'm refreshing. Let's see.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and check mine as well.
In the meantime, Brandon, question: how many can you send out like on the elite plan?
So guys, if you're on the elite plan, guys, you can actually send out unlimited e-sign documents. All right. You can also have unlimited users, and with the elite plan, you do get to join me and Brian every Tuesday, where we teach you a little bit more about the app.
Crazy.
What?
Okay, so continue.
Oh, you want to share your screen, Q?
Yeah, I am actually. Can you guys see it?
Oh yeah, there you go. Yo, hit that play button, Q.
Hold up.
Hey Quentin, how's it going? I don't know if you do remember, but I did put down $100 down payment on this particular deal. Due to that, we're not able to go ahead and get this across the finish line. I just want to go ahead and send you this release and cancellation just so that you can move forward if you wish, as well as it's going to go ahead and disperse this money back to me. Please go ahead and sign at the bottom.
Bro, this is cheating, bro.
This is
not even fair.
Yeah, this is cheating, bro.
So I'm sneaking in the seller's emails and DMs.
The checkbox.
Yeah.
Quentin, go back, click the little check square.
Oh, got it.
Yeah, got to make it legal encryption.
There you go. Now you're good to go, bro. Just click submit at the top right, and you're done.
Boom. Send that to the title company. Locked up.
Locked up, bro. You locked up. Yo, give my $100 back, Quentin.
Yeah, for sure. Oh man, bro, that's so cool, bro. That's so cool. You have no idea. I spend, guys, just so y'all know, in my operation, I spend
Wait,
about
really quick, Q, not to cut you off, but honestly, I don't think Quentin even knew that we had that feature, to be honest with you. I don't think that we even told Quentin that we had that feature. So his reaction right now is 100% authentic.
No,
Bro,
yeah. Oh, yeah, he doesn't know that, huh? Yeah,
Bro,
we didn't share that. Yeah.
I spend about $1,000 a year on DocuSign, and my plan is a little bit different because I have to have the enterprise plan. I got flagged for sending too many offers. So like legit, that is just game changing, man. That's game changing. Now, what is the enterprise plan? What is that?
It's funny that you said that because we actually, speaking of enterprise plan, on our elite plan, we actually have bi-weekly Zoom calls like this, showing you little tricks and things, and you almost kind of get the game on creative finance. So it's crazy. So along with the app, the electronic signatures, you also get bi-weekly Zoom calls. But we had somebody in there saying, "Oh my God, I was paying $50 a month for DocuSign." I was like, "Oh my God," right? Don't get any of the extra things. So with the elite plan, Q, you get, of course, the whole, all the analyzers and everything. You get unlimited e-signing capability, unlimited users, right, on your team, and you get bi-weekly Zoom calls. So it's
What is that price tag, bro? Please drop it.
You don't want to know, bro.
You don't even want to know. It's embarrassing.
Bro.
It's embarrassing, man.
It's embarrassing. Honestly, we don't want to say it's embarrassing, bro. It's $39.99 a month, bro.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. So we're basically giving it away almost, man. But you know, this is for investors, by investors, you know, any deal. So yeah.
Yeah, we understand. Hey, Quentin, we all been there, right? We all been there in the beginning, trying to get our business started. We're like, okay, this is how much I have to budget a year. And there's so many products out there. Where do I spend my money, right? So we understand how it is to be an entrepreneur starting out in the business, and we just want to help as many people as possible. Now, the coaching calls, that's obviously limited. You know, I don't know how long we'll be doing that for, but yeah, I mean, even unlimited e-signs is crazy. Like Q just said, I mean, you can literally spend over $1,000 just e-signing, but what if you can send voice memos with it as well? So, I mean, I think it's a steal, and I think it's been a great Saturday. I love this group, honestly.
Matt, let me break down some math for you guys, right? Q, what is the average wholesale assignment, you know, that you know of across the United States? I heard it was 8 to 12 grand.
Yeah, that's very accurate. That's very accurate.
So the average, when you guys get on Facebook, right? When you get on Facebook and you look at people cashing checks, you see checks as, I done my first deal, 8,000, 15,000, 30,000, 20,000. Guys, run the numbers on this, okay? Even if you did a small itty bitty deal of $3,000, a $3,000 assignment fee on the elite plan of $39 a month, 12 months, that's $468. A $3,000 assignment fee will cover your cost of any deal for 6 years.
Oh my God.
Yeah. $3,000 divided by 468. That's 6 years. So I just, you know, it's one of those things, because a lot of people think about what will it cost me? You know, what will it cost you a missed opportunity, not for having extra tools in your tool belt. So that's how I like to think about it.
Yeah, man, and exactly, rather have something and need it than to need it and not have it. You know what I mean? And there will be a moment where you guys may be like, okay, so some of y'all are actually going out and driving for dollars. For some of my cats that are in this challenge that are doing this up north where it's snowing, some of y'all are snowed in right now. You know, just put this into perspective. What if you get into a homeowner's house and he's like, make me an offer now. Make me an offer right now. I'm down to sign right now. What are you going to do? You know what I'm saying? You're going to fold. You're going to go back. And then somebody more qualified is going to come in during your due diligence period that you're taking that time frame to try and make your offer. Or are you going to make the offer on the spot? You see what I'm saying? So honestly, man, it's just one of those things where it's like, and not only that, like, guys, you're getting a calculator plus unlimited e-signing, like that's insane. I spend a crap ton of money on DocuSign and it doesn't have no calculator, voice, you know, being able to put voice recorded messages onto the actual agreement to walk your seller through. So you don't have to do this yourself. Like, man, normally I keep my seller on the phone and I try to close them like right then and there, which is great because you can do that. But imagine being able to actually send multiple offers, multiple things. Yo, I buy subject twos. So for all my people that are in Houston, in Dallas, in Corpus, Laredo, El Paso, San Antonio, find me a subject to deal using the Any Deal app and I'll pay your assignment fee. So, you know, it's just one of those things that it's like, it's a no-brainer. Start offering options, and options is going to help you increase your close ratio.
Yeah. Guys, so oh, my bad. Go ahead, Brian.
Nah, you got it, Brandon.
No, I was going to say, so guys, just for everybody here today, you know, Q actually has a special link that we're giving everybody a 7-day free trial. And I just wanted to throw that out there because, like I said, Q and his group is phenomenal. So, I mean, I love it. Like I said, anytime you want to do this again, Q, we'll love to do it again.
Man, I can't tell you, the guys, thank y'all just so much for jumping on the platform and giving everybody here value, man. I had really a good time. So y'all make sure you follow Blue Notes Brandon on IG, and also follow House Buying Brian on IG as well. Guys, thank y'all for taking the time out of your weekend to show my team a little bit about the offering process and showcasing your app. This will be uploaded to YouTube. So as always, guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and hit the bell for notifications. I'll see y'all later.
I want the check. Check.